I was very happy the way Azad sir had given us the shortcut tricks. And trust me, sir, like Nisha ma'am's legal concepts, legal understandings and all, utna kar liya na sir, matlab like you are more than sufficient. Like I had appeared for 37 mocks, मतलब इतना कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया था कि मैं जाके एग्जाम फाड़ दूंगा. मतलब वो इतना अच्छा वो आ गया था. एंड बिग थैंक्स.
Hi guys, welcome to LAWCET 3 years, another podcast video. We have Sapan Adukia from Maharashtra, Mumbai, and he is the working professional. And he joined us for the booster batch, workshop batch online. And today we have a detailed discussion how he had prepared along with the job, how he has managed job along with the CET preparation. So very first, Sapan, congratulations for 113 score.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Before we start, little bit about yourself, introduction part. If you can brief about your academic, about your...
Yeah, basically I did my MBA and MCOM in the year 2005. And for the last 20 years, I am into this banking field. Currently, I am working as an assistant vice president in Development Bank of Singapore. So overall work experience of close to 19 years with 2 postgraduate degrees in hand. So law was, it's like never thought across as such. But during my banking and all, I used to interact with a lot of law firms, a lot of lawyers at my bank, a lot of recoveries and all those things. So suddenly at some point in time, it had कि यार अगर इनके साथ इतना interact करते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं, तो एक बार अपन भी देखते हैं क्या हो सकता है. So that idea came into across. And honestly, when I started, I never had that dream कि इतना अच्छा marks लेना है, क्या करना है. Let us start, go by step easy. I used to also on YouTubes and all watch a lot of videos of maneuver. Basically the videos of Nisha ma'am who used to take care of the legal, then Azad sir and your videos also. So basically that bites used to inspire me a lot. And when during that mid-June time, when that advertisement came across that you guys are running a booster batch, so I immediately went across on the Borivali branch and thought, let us try to further strengthen our this thing with whatever I used to see across for maneuver these days. So that's how my journey started for maneuver and for law.
Okay, great. So next question, how you have balanced your job and your study? Was there any planning? Routine was there?
Honestly speaking, sir, that's a very, very difficult and it's a very tough thing as such, but a lot of credit goes to my bosses and my senior management at my bank. It's like the day when I told ki, sir, I have joined the classes also. So they were saying ki, yaar, matlab at the age of 41 years, 42 years, you are now thinking across. Your son is there, you should be more interested in doing his studies. But as such, till date, I can say across my bosses, Mr. Anand Desai, Mr. Ram Prakash Ketan, they had been very, very cooperative in terms. I remember with their support, our online classes used to start at 7 o'clock. So I was never given as such any this thing ki tujhe jab classes jana hai, jab attend karna hai kar. Even in during the last 15 days, I was given a plenty of leaves. My bosses were more interested ki mock mein kitna score aaya tera. So like that way, they were very motivative. And in fact, when I scored 113, the first call I gave to them, ki sir, itna mila hai. So they were rejoicing, ki arey boss, where is the party? How we can do? So hats off to my management, my bosses. They had been a big support to me. Otherwise, I would have not been able. It's actually very difficult to come across at home at around 7 or 8 o'clock, then start studying the lectures, then making your own notes, and then attending to the client calls and all. It's a very difficult job altogether. And honestly, after a gap of 20 years in the study, to again regrowth and match that energy of the students who are already there in the batch, that's a tough thing, but it's entirely a mindset. Because I used to always feel when I used to get into the maneuvers batch and the classes, I used to think myself as a plain graduate. I used to never consider myself as an MBA, MCOM or a working professional. मैं एक normal student जैसा हूँ. I have to get the maximum of the knowledge which my professors are giving me. So that used to be my idea. So that ways I had managed. And honestly speaking, it's entirely your dedication, how you are basically doing, how you are utilizing whatever is your available time from your work life and with the personal life, and how you can actually take across. So that's why I have managed my work and maneuver and my overall studies.
The most important part, you have to balance, manage your personal life, family and all. right?
Exactly.
And then your job, then your study. So managing three things at a time is difficult. Obviously, I can understand that. Okay, but yeah, you will be inspiring many of the upcoming aspirant, those who will be targeting for the 3 years or 5 years at the age of 40 plus, you can say. Okay. Okay. Next question. Syllabus wise, if we talk about 4 section: logic, English, GK, and legal. Which section you were much more comfortable and which section you were not, and what you have done for that?
Sir, I will tell you, since as I had already started my self-study since May onwards. So I had actually gone across through all the subjects except legal in my MBA CET preparations around 20 years back. But what had happened is, like in the last 20 years, there has been a lot of change in the overall syllabus, in the difficulty level and all. Still, it used to help me out. But what happened is, like when I had joined Maneuver, at that time, it was like overall Maneuver helped me across in terms of channelizing my energy at the right direction. कि ये सब्जेक्ट अगर करना है तो इसको किस तरह से करना है. लॉजिक में ब्लड रिलेशंस है, कोडिंग डिकोडिंग है, तो हाउ यू हैव टू एक्चुअली स्ट्रेटेजाइज, व्हाट इज द शॉर्टकट ट्रिक, हाउ यू हैव टू एक्चुअली प्लेस. Otherwise, like any lay person like me who knows across this thing, but the type of direction in terms of like legal, I remember Anisha ma'am's classes. I believe I had attended all her classes and all the notes which she used to prepare and give it to us. So that was more than sufficient enough to take care of the legal. The difficult part, as usual, was the logical reasoning and to break a lot of head on the puzzles, on the inequalities and all. But I was really happy and very thanks to Maneuver, Azad sir's shortcut tricks on inequalities, on time, clocks and calendars, then blood relations and all that really helped me a lot. It's like that no other books or self-study can help you across. And that is one of the best worth of the Maneuver that I have actually taken. And in terms of English and current affairs, they were quite good. Current affairs, I had totally relied on the 3,500 questions of Maneuver in terms of
boosters you have gone through.
Boosters, this thing. Plus, apart from that, I used to have that ki ye to maine kiya hua hai. What extra I can do across on the internet in terms of phonology and all. And one of the best thing which I would tell across to other people also is ki, apart from the Maneuver's current affairs and all, it's a very vast subject. It's like the most scoring 40 marks का अगर उसको आपने पूरा देख लिया तो then you can boost up a lot, because logic में you are not sure कि वो right बैठेगा या नहीं बैठेगा. So I, apart from Maneuvers, this thing, I used to surf across a lot of current affairs of Delhi people, of various other exams and all. So current affairs, I believe current affairs and logic were the most important or difficult, I can say, to crack across. But legal and English, it was like Maneuver का सब पूरा कर लिया है. So that is more than sufficient enough, more than sufficient. And one of the other part that I will tell everybody is like right from 16 June when the classes started till one day before the classes ended, I had never missed across a single lecture. Even office से आते time अगर कभी late हो गया तो रिक्शे में बैठ के वगैरह सब किया. But do not miss a single lecture of Maneuver, guys. It's like whatever best you can take across. Like I used to have a habit of writing out the notes, scribbling across and all. In fact, I remember one of the critical reasoning lectures you had taken, sir. So like you used to give us the tips ki exam mein ye dekhna, this is the particular thing that you can actually look across, ye weightage itna nahi hai, isme ye mat karo. So that is lectures attending, making your own notes is one of the keys. So as such, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि कोई topic hard है कि कोई कैसा है. It's like how you are approaching and how you are best utilizing your. I feel that if in a month study of booster batch, if I can make that much marks, so if people who are the students who can enroll for 1 year and all, they can get the best out of the Maneuver or the other education pattern.
Okay. Thank you for appreciating the content and the kind of a guidance or the strategy part which you have got from us, and that help you to crack the examination. That is what the good news for us. Next question which I want to ask: what was your motivation towards the preparation? And you have lots of energy. So from where you brought all this energy?
So energy is basically like it's like I'm into this banking field, and since I already had the postgraduate degrees and all with me, so I used to always feel that कि अगर करना है तो full energy के साथ करना है. ये नहीं कि एक attempt दिया या ऐसा ही किया. So अगर मुझे करना है, and I used to always feel like कि I have my son of 10 years old, so I should be a benchmark or setting an example to my son also or to my other colleagues कि यार अगर मैं ये कर रहा हूँ. in terms of overall career, if I say my career was set in terms of working in an MNC bank or having a 2 degrees and all, so there is as such no need. But अगर मैंने ये हाथ में लिया हुआ है, so then I need to crack and I need to seek across ki whatever is the best effort that I can put across. So that I need to put. And as you rightly said, sir, the energy comes across in terms of it's your own motivation. As I said, ki like till date also, even after clearing, there is not a single day where I have never missed you across your morning motivation videos and all. So it's like now becoming my day in day habit across. So it's up to you. Matlab like I have seen across till date on third hour exam was there. In fact, I and you were on the same batch, sir. In fact, my class was just next to your class in Thakur when we gave the exam on the day of CET. So I used to get a lot of motivation from you. Ki yaar, matlab, if everybody can do out, I have that background of my other this thing. So why cannot I do? So that energy used to always come across in it used to get translated across in my study or in my work which I used to do. Sir.
Okay, great. So as you mentioned, you had appeared for the mock test also, right?
Yes.
So what was your highest score in mock? And
sir, I had appeared across not only manuals mocks, but I had also appeared for the other classes mocks. In total, I had appeared for almost around 37 mocks.
Oh.
And maneuver mocks were honestly speaking quite difficult. I had actually written a lot of questions to you also when you used to take the live classes. Ki mock mein kya score aa raha hai and all. My highest score in the maneuvers mocks was around 107 only in one particular mock. Otherwise, it was always around 95, 98 or so. But I used to keep bothering you and Azad sir कि sir maneuver के mocks में और actual CET में क्या difference वगैरह रहता है. So they used to always say कि okay 5-10% marks इधर उधर रहता है. But one thing is for sure कि if you are through with the maneuver mocks, then it's like nothing can stop you. Then CET या दूसरा भी कोई level आएगा तो you are able to take care of that.
Right. Mocks are obviously difficult than the actual.
And more than mocks, sir, I would always say that the topic tests which are there for individual tests, that is your logic or your current affairs or your this legal, that is very, very, very important. I always felt that a lot of topics I used to know, but the moment when that time clicks out, कि वो 2 minutes का timer है या वो है, at that time you get into that panic stage and you are not able to balance that. It happened with me for the second mock test of maneuver that I applied. I had scored only 61 and I was so demotivated कि अरे 61 मुझे आ रहा है, मतलब what the hell I'm doing across. But I had actually panicked in that entire mock and that actually told me कि मैं कहाँ पर wrong गया हूँ. It's basically I had come into that time pressure. So it's up to how you are going to handle that time pressure, and the best answer for that is the numerous practice that you are going to do. That same question of blood relations, if you take 2 minutes and if you take 10 seconds or 15 seconds, that is going to be the key. This is how you are going to kill your enemy of that watch. So for that, if your topic tests are very, very thorough and you have cleared that, then the mocks would be like a cakewalk for you. That's one of the biggest thing that I used to do, clearing all the topic tests.
Okay, great. So if you want to give tips to upcoming year aspirant, whether they are working professional or not working professional, what tips you will give them?
So first tip in terms of working professionals, I will tell ki there is never too late. Your age or your qualification doesn't matter. It's as long as you have decided in your mind ki boss mujhe karna hai, so things will definitely fall in place. Nobody can stop you. And of course, there would be a lot of times that battery drain moment, as you normally say, sir. But it's up to you how you regain your energy, balance your work also, and at the same time get into this particular phase कि मुझे ये college या ये target करना है. So think across at that time कि once I finish this particular law exams, and then when I get that particular degree, how I would be feeling or how my office colleagues would be feeling. So in terms of balancing out the work, that I would say, and in terms of scoring across in law and all, I would say कि whatever time that is available to you, it is up to you how you utilize your time, how you use your maneuvers lectures. One of the greatest tip or thing which I used to do is ki, in every particular day, I used to study all the 4 subjects. I used to never give prioritization ki ye subject pehle karna hai. I used to study in a particular bites of say 1.5 hours ke liye legal kar liya, 1 hour ke liye thoda sa current affairs kar liya, static kar liya, 2 घंटे के लिए मैंने इंग्लिश कर लिया. Then logic I used to always keep it in the second half, normally say around after 3 o'clock or so, कि उसमें थोड़ा सा puzzles and all that really takes time. So around 3 to 4, 3 to 5, so that I'm at my peace. Then again taking across current affairs. In the evening you are quite tied up, so मतलब like your energy and all those are gone. So थोड़ा सा current affairs देख लिया आपने, internet पे, YouTube पे आपने दूसरे current affairs देख लिए. I used to make a lot of notes also of the current affairs writing out, because that used to help me to strengthen my memory on that. So that used to help me out. So never just waste your day covering only single topic or a single subject. Give it a mix or a blend of all the 4 subjects. That would really help in terms of covering out the entire syllabus.
Right. If you are, after discussing with you, after communicating with you, what I have understood, if you are passionate about anything,
exactly,
dedication will automatically come. Okay,
obviously,
so you were passionate about your law, and dedication was obviously, I mean, you have given your 100%. That is a good thing, and that is why you have scored 113. I am hoping after this podcast, those who will be watching this podcast, they are, whether they are, I mean, if they are working professional, lots of things they will be learning from this podcast, and they will be surely implementing in their preparation and hitting the good score also for the in MHCET examinations.
So as I said, a big thanks to the Maneuver and the team. I honestly feel that it helped me a lot in terms of what the marks and in terms of approaching the CET in the right way that a person should do. And a big thanks to the Maneuver team, sir. And a big thanks to my seniors at my office, Mr. Ram Ketan, Mr. Anand Desai, my bosses. Without their support, I would not have been able to actually do across. There is a lot of things that I owe to them, sir. It's my hard work, but sorry, sir.
उनको मेरे साइड से भी थैंक यू बोल देना.
Definitely, sir.
Definitely मिल गई लास्ट में, तो that was a good thing.
Definitely, sir. They had been very cooperative. They had been, and they were more charged up and more happy when I supported that.
I mean, that is a good thing actually.
I'm blessed actually, sir, to have that.
Chalo, great. So that's all, guys. This is what the complete podcast. If you are working professional, then you can follow the same thing which Sapan had done, and do give your 100%, start your early preparation, and believe in yourself, be confident. Definitely you will be cracking exam with the good score. And thank you, Sapan, once again for coming and sharing your experience.
Thank you, sir.
And this podcast will motivate to many of the aspirants, that is for sure.
Thank you, sir.
Once again, congratulations for 113 and all the best for your career.
Thank you so much.